You were just stranded on a remote alien planet and you have to build a rocket to go home. You start with making some tools and start mining some stone, coal, iron and iron ore. You build yourself a furnace and smelt all of it together. Out comes an iron plate. You come to the conclusion that at this rate you'll be long dead before finishing the rocket. So you build a mining drill and some belt to power the oven. And one more drill for the iron ore. But now you have another problem, because both drills are not connected to power. So you build a pumping station and an electricity plant, but again, this will result in another problem, because the electricity plant needs coal to heat up the water. I think you see where I'm going. Factorio is a game where every problem you fix creates a new problem. This incredibly unforgiving, fun and addicting game will haunt your dreams and make you want to keep playing. This game has a really steep learning curve, and you start knowing nothing. All you are given is a seemingly impossible objective, and after finishing the objective, you're given an even more impossible objective, and you start the whole process all over again. Your factory is like a spider web, and you'll have to string your factory together, starting with simple resources to extremely advanced rocket boosters and computer chips. Every item is made up of other items, and every time you create a system to produce items, another system will be underperforming and it will need to be upgraded again. This will make the game way harder at the end, and you will have so many parts of your factory which will need to be upgraded that I just barely jumped my way to the end. This extremely hard game has so much in store, and if you thought this was the end, you're certainly wrong. This extremely big factory you're building is also producing pollution, and the alien life on the planet you are now sharing is not happy about your entrance. Fighting off all these aliens is a task of its own. I myself played the game with the enemies turned off, hoping that after finishing the game I would feel confident playing with them on. But I still feel like turning them off, because of the extreme hard added layer of difficulty. As most automatically generated open world games expect you to find the gameplay, Factorio is very much pure gameplay inside a generated world. This world will give endless fun with belts and the extremely advanced train rail system and all of the other vehicles like the tank and the car. The vehicle controls work nicely and you can even drive the train, and it's incredibly fun to drive with the multiplayer feature. You can enter vehicles by pressing enter, which is a weird button, but luckily you can rebind every button. The game has lots of intuitive controls. For example, holding right mouse button and clicking on a furnace will return all of the finished resources. It can be pretty hard for new players to learn the controls, but don't worry, the game will display tips with controls, and if you ever played games like Minecraft, most of the controls are straightforward, just like right clicking on a chest. The game has a great soundtrack, and it will adjust the music to the situation you're in. The style of the game perfectly matches the music with its grimy and dull style. When you're playing the game, you almost start feeling bad for the aliens on the planet. You're destroying their planet just to fly away and leave all of the pollution. This pixelated and outdated look of the game is something you'll have to learn to appreciate, and I myself really don't like these type of game styles. But this game is just one of a kind for me. Factorio. It doesn't help itself, does it? It doesn't sound fun like City Skylines. Even an exclamation mark would have helped, and the graphics are boring and repelling. But this indie alpha game is an example for AAA studios, and I can't find any game as intuitive and addicting as this one. To end this review, I would extremely recommend this game to anyone that likes complex machines and a challenge.